I did not come from a wealthy home. There were no golden opportunities waiting for me, no powerful family connections, no shortcuts. In fact, everything I have today began from a place that most people try to run away from: rejection, failure, uncertainty. That was my real education. I grew up in an environment where even basic chances were rare. When people heard the word success, they never connected it with someone like me. My academic record was weak, my confidence was low, and every path I tried to take seemed blocked before I even stepped on it. I applied to schools again and again, and again and again I was told no, not once, 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 but more times than I could count. But here's the strange truth. Those no's trained me more than any classroom ever could. They didn't destroy me, they shaped me. They taught me patience, persistence, and the reality that the world does not reward desire, it rewards endurance. When I finally entered a college, it wasn't considered prestigious. People whispered that it wasn't a real university, that nothing great could come from there. But that place changed my life because it taught me the most important lesson. Your environment does not define your destiny unless you allow it to. Opportunities were still scarce. My first job paid almost nothing, barely enough to survive. I taught with passion, but the world paid me like my work had no value. Every day felt like a test. Every night felt like a question. Is this all you are meant for? But there was a fire inside me that refused to be quiet. I felt something bigger waiting for me, something beyond my circumstances. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I needed to keep moving, keep learning, keep challenging myself. If the world didn't believe in me, I knew I needed to keep moving, keep learning, keep challenging myself. If the world didn't believe in me, I knew I had to become the reason it eventually would. The turning point came the day I first saw the internet, not as a programmer or tech expert, because I knew nothing about computers. But I saw possibility, a gateway, a tool that could connect millions who had never been connected before. Sometimes the biggest opportunities come to the people who see what others ignore. Most people around me thought I was imagining things. They said I was unrealistic, foolish, that the internet would never grow in my country, that it was a passing trend. I listened and still moved forward. People's doubts are not your direction. Every dream looks ridiculous to someone who has already given up on their own. So I gathered a group of people who believed in possibility. Not because the world supported us, but because we supported each other. Movements begin not with money or resources, but with belief. The world rarely believes in your dream at the beginning. But if you believe and your team believes, that is enough to start. Your friends may not believe. Your family may not understand. Investors may say you are too small. Society may laugh. But life does not respond to opinions. It responds to action. Most people are defeated not by failure, but by hesitation. They think, imagine, plan, dream. But when morning comes, they return to old routines. Thinking changes nothing without movement. Ideas change nothing without action. If you want a different life, you must make different decisions. The world is full of complaints. This is unfair. That is difficult. Nothing works. Someone should fix this. But inside every complaint is a hidden opportunity. Complaints reveal problems that no one has solved yet. Solve one of them and you create your path. Opportunity belongs to those who see what others miss. If people agree with your idea too quickly, it means the opportunity is already taken. Real breakthroughs appear where others see inconvenience or impossibility. If you are young, understand your greatest power is not money, reputation, or connections. It is time. Time to learn, try, fail, reinvent. The young have nothing to lose and everything to gain. Do not waste your youth complaining. Let others complain. You focus on thinking, building, solving, contributing. Many young people have brilliant ideas at night. Powerful, world-changing ideas, but by morning they return to the same habits, routines, and comfort zones. Then they wonder why nothing changes. To create a new life, you need a new mindset. To succeed, you must create momentum. Take the first step even without knowing the 10th. Act even when the path is unclear. The bridge appears only when you walk toward it. Whether you work for someone else or for yourself, real work is not salary. It is impact. It is meaning. I chose to build something of my own, not to escape responsibility, but to expand it. When you build for yourself, you build for others. When you create value for society, society creates value for you. Success is not about climbing alone. It is about lifting others as you rise. If your team grows, your customers grow, your community grows, your success becomes inevitable. Success is not an individual achievement, but a collective consequence. If you want to succeed, help others succeed. If you want happiness, create happiness for others. The more value you give, the more life gives back. Not immediately, but eventually. My journey was full of failures, rejections, losses, and humiliation. But every setback trained my spirit. Every rejection sharpened my mindset. Every difficulty prepared me for something bigger. I stand here today not because I was the smartest or strongest, but because I continued when others stopped. Your goal doesn't need approval. Your dream doesn't need permission. Your future doesn't need validation. It only needs your commitment. Tomorrow is new. Your life is unwritten. Your story is in your hands. Begin where you are. Use what you have. Build what you can. And never forget, every great achievement begins in a small room, in a small mind, in a small moment when someone decides, I will not quit. That is how destinies change. That is how empires begin. That is how ordinary people become extraordinary.